What the hell does this headline say?
And so terrifying isn't just its dreadful nature, it's the fact
Hotel guests in Mexico sleep with a dead body under their bed for at least a week. Oh hell no, I'm not going to Mexico, bro. What's good, y'all? Welcome back to Live Fam. Now today, bro, we got the scariest urban legends that turned out to be true by the Paint Explainer. Shout out Paint Explainer. Make sure you guys go subscribe if you guys want more content like this. Now, I feel like we might have watched something like this in the past. I just can't remember exactly, and I definitely don't remember this video at all. So we're gonna check this out. So without further ado, make sure to grab your popcorn and let's see. Also, make sure to put a diaper on because you might piss your pants on how scary this is.
the Funhouse Corpse. In the 1970s, there was a horrifying discovery that what the Carnival Funhouse presented as a creepy prop.
Okay, I ain't gonna lie, bro. We started off strong because ain't no way I'm going here thinking I'm about to have fun, my nigga. Like, this look like it's haunted, my boy. You see this motherfucker right here? Yeah, that's haunted. Like, what is that? Is he winking at me, or is he just can't open his eyes because it's possessed? Like, what?
Was actually a real human corpse. The story claims that the mannequin had been hanging as a decoration for years, with thousands of people passing by, taking photos, and even touching it without realizing they were interacting with actual human remains. The carnival workers.
What the? I thought the Funhouse corpse was meaning, you know, something metaphorically. No, we're literally talking about a corpse at a funhouse, my nigga. Yo, just imagine like how weird that would feel if you're a little Timmy going there, or even just an adult going there, like touching the thing and thinking like, oh wow, this is so realistic. And then you find out it really was a real human. Yo, how disgusted will you feel?
Remains. The carnival workers positioned and repainted the prop regularly, believing it to be just another spooky decoration. It was also known that children were surprised by how realistic it looked, unaware they were viewing a genuine corpse. The truth—
Wait, so how did they, like, the whole smell of it, bro? Because corpses smell fucking horrid. So how did they get rid of that?
A genuine corpse. The truth behind this legend is the case of Elmer McCurdy, an unsuccessful train robber killed in a 1911 shootout with police in Oklahoma.
Damn.
After his death, no one claimed his body, so a funeral director embalmed it with arsenic and displayed it for paying customers.
What?
The body was later sold to various—
Bro, who the f just thinks of that? And who's paying to see that? Like, oh my gosh, yo, us humans are so weird, bro. Like, that ass. I would never understand some of my brains, bro. Like, how do you even think about, okay, I'm just poisoning this whole body, shed off the skin. I don't know what he did to it exactly, some type of poison. And then on top of that, being like, okay, let me just go ahead and sell this viewing to people. And then people actually buying it. Like,
embalmed it with arsenic and displayed it for paying customers. The body was later sold to various traveling—
Oh, son, do you want to go see a dead body today?
Yes, mommy.
You see how stupid that sounds?
Carnivals and haunted houses. McCurdy's mummified remains eventually ended up at the New Pike Amusement Park in Long Beach, California, and in December 1976, during filming of The $6 Million Man, a crew member moved the mannequin, causing its arm to break off, revealing human bone. Medical examiners confirmed it was a real human body. Investigations revealed the body had been painted multiple times with phosphorus paint and decorated as various props throughout the years. McCurdy's corpse had traveled across America as a carnival attraction for 65 years before being discovered. He was—
That's fucking insane, bro. How did it go that long? Like, my main thing is, how did it not smell weird? How did it not smell weird? That's what I want to know. Obviously, it has to do with some type of chemicals and shit. But yeah, I want to know exactly how. And then it took them 65 years for someone to figure this shit out, bro. That someone's human. Yo, imagine how scary that would be, bro. Like, you think you're moving around a prop or something, a toy, and a fucking arm comes off, you just see straight bone, blood, guts and shit. Like, oh, hell no.
Before being discovered.
That's a horror movie right there.
He was finally buried in Summit View Cemetery in Oklahoma in 1977.
Wow.
The Bunny Man. In Fairfax County, Virginia, lies the Colchester Overpass, also known as the Bunny Man Bridge. According to the legend, in 1904, there was a transfer of patients from an asylum. Their bus crashed, and all patients except one were recaptured. Soon after, dead bunnies started appearing around the area, many of which were hanged on the Fairfax station.
Oh, hell no.
The first documented encounter with the Bunny Man occurred on October 19, 1970, when U.S. Air Force Academy cadet Bob Bennett and his fiancée were parked in their car near the bridge. According to Bob, they were sitting in their car when they observed something moving in the darkness. Suddenly, a figure appeared in a white rabbit costume with long rabbit ears. The man approached their car and yelled at them for trespassing before throwing an axe that shattered the passenger side window. However—
What the fuck? Yeah, y'all instincts is absolutely booty cheeks because yeah, I'm sorry if I see anything even thinking about moving in there, I might be hallucinating. I don't give a shit, but yeah, I'm running, bro. I'm speeding off, bro. And then you see somebody walk up to you, start talking to you and shit, and you not speeding off still?
Passenger side window.
What?
However, Bennett's fiance did not agree with his description, saying that he did not have a bunny suit on and that it looked more like long, pointy headwear. Just 10 days later, on October 29th, 1970, construction security guard Paul Phillips described a similar incident. He saw a man in a rabbit suit standing on the porch of an unfinished home in Kings Park West.
The
figure was holding an axe and chopping at the porch of the house, yelling about trespassers. When the man noticed Phillips, he said that he was trespassing and that if he came any closer, he would chop off his head. After that, Paul fled
this
the scene.
motherfucker's
Following
insane.
these events, around 50 people reported that they had seen the bunny man, and both cases were thoroughly investigated by local law enforcement. The reports are still kept in Fairfax County records, but they did not lead to anything. While the original bunny man didn't get caught, his influence remains, and the Colchester overpass has stayed intact since that time. The Green Man.
Bro, what? So they never ended up finding the guy or anything or seeing what the hell it was talking about? Now, I didn't like actually kill someone. I mean, to our knowledge, he actually killed someone, so it's not as bad as it could have been. But I mean, he could have killed those motherfuckers in the car. Imagine their window was open. Like, imagine that shit. Oh, yo.
The Green Man. The Green Man,
Would've
also
chopped
known
somebody's head
locally as
off.
Charlie No Face, was a man named Raymond Robinson who walked the empty roads of Beaver County, Pennsylvania at night. The Green Man's face was deformed from a tragic accident in 1919 when Raymond Robinson, at 8 years old, was seriously injured while attempting to examine a bird's nest on the Murado Bridge near Beaver Falls.
What?
While climbing the bridge, Robinson touched a power line carrying 22,000 volts of electricity. The accident was documented.
Damn, that's a miracle he's a freaking alive, bro. At 8 years old, got shot by 22,000 volts, bro. I mean, I'm sure that's well over like the fatal amount, bro. What's like the fatal amount of volts you can take? Determining a single fatal voltage is complex because of the biological effect of electricity. It depends on how much current actually flows through the body's internal organs. Voltage acts as a pressure that pushes current while the body provides resistance. Okay, yeah, obviously. I mean, you know, different people are gonna react differently. I know that for sure, but I'm just trying to see like a generalized thing. Anything exceeding 50 volts or 120 volts can be hazardous. However, the danger level is influenced by several critical factors. Right here it says as the standard voltages above 2700 voltage or 11,000 are considered a lethal dose of electric current, causing severe damage. Yeah, bro. And how much voltage was this again? 22,000. Like, how did he not die?
Electricity. The accident was documented in local newspapers, which reported that young Raymond had been severely disfigured and lost his eyes, nose, and right arm. What transformed Robinson from a tragic accident victim into a living legend was his habit of taking long walks at night along State Route 351 between Coppell and New Galilee. Unable to work traditional jobs due to his injuries, Robinson spent his days crafting leather wallets and belts at his family's home. He would go on solitary walks along the rural road at night when there wouldn't be people outside because he didn't wish to scare others. However, his choice made it a scarier experience for residents of Beaver County who drove along Route 351 at night.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie though, chat. If you yo, I mean, this guy is a legend for surviving this and being able to just keep living life because it's so hard and very commendable. He cannot get a regular job. He can't do really anything regular. And he literally walks at night purposely so that people don't just get scared of him automatically. But I mean, you can't really blame people for getting scared because this does look kind of crazy. And then imagine that at night. Like at night, you see this motherfucker just walking as it's like a horror movie, bro. But damn, I mean, you just don't know. You don't know the story and shit. And that's why he don't go outside during the daytime, because I can imagine all little kids would be immediately scared of him, bro.
They would frequently spot Robinson walking along the road,
just people
his
in
injured
general.
face sometimes appearing to glow green in their headlights, hence the nickname Green Man. What makes Robinson's story particularly compelling is the way it transformed from documented fact into regional folklore. While many who encountered him at night were frightened, those who took the time to speak with Robinson found him to be friendly and intelligent.
Yeah, I'm sure he was.
Stop to chat with curious teenagers who sought him out, and some locals would offer him cigarettes or beer. Interactions confirmed by multiple independent accounts and newspaper interviews. Robinson continued his nighttime walks until his death in 1985. the dead body under the mattress.
Damn. So that was an unfortunate experience, and now he had to go through life basically with that very deformed face and everything. But it was a chill dude. But I can understand like people actually getting scared on first look. But of course, as always, you meet somebody and stuff, and it's just not always like what you see on the outside.
There have been urban legends about dead bodies under mattresses throughout all of history. What makes this particular urban legend so terrifying isn't just its dreadful nature. It's the fact that it has proven true multiple times.
What the hell does this headline say?
And so terrifying isn't just its dreadful nature. It's the fact
hotel guests in Mexico sleep with a dead body under their bed for at least a week. Oh, hell no, I'm not going to Mexico, bro.
The fact that it has proven true multiple times across different decades and locations, and the reality has matched the legend with extreme accuracy.
Now, when they mean under the mattress, I mean, do they fucking sew the body into the mattress itself, or is it literally just under it, bro? I mean, either way is disgusting. Holy, ugh.
The most notorious verified case occurred in 1999 at the Ocean View Motel in Atlantic City, New Jersey. Guests had complained for days about a pervasive, sickening odor in room 112.
Gosh. So yeah, that's the thing, bro. Dead bodies and stuff. I never smelled one personally, thank God. But I watch a lot of shows and stuff, and that's like the main thing they talk about is how horrible that smells. I mean just think about it. It just makes common sense that a dead body that's literally decomposing is gonna smell like putrid shit.
Hell was dismissed as everything from a dead rat to a backed up sewage system. Multiple guests checked in and out of the room, each complaining about the stench, each sleeping unknowingly above a corpse. When housekeeping finally investigated thoroughly, they discovered the decomposing body of Saul Hernandez carefully concealed inside the box spring of the bed. The verification
so it was concealed inside of the thing, like I was saying, bro. Oh my gosh. Like, what the fuck is even the point of this, bro? Like, you might as well just throw somebody in some fucking land or something. Putting them in the mattress, like, what was that gonna do?
Urban legend led to changes in hotel protocols across the country. Many establishments now require more thorough room inspections, including checking under mattresses and inside box springs. Some hotels have even switched to platform beds or sealed mattress units to prevent their use as hiding places. People in the walls. The notion of someone
people on the walls or people in my balls
secretly watching within the walls has long held a place in many urban legends. And as it turns out, this particular horror story idea has a basis in documented reality that makes it all the more disturbing.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie, bro. Somebody has a house and a little secret entryway like this. Keep high alert, my nigga. Just go ahead and exit. Either they're one of the coolest people ever because they got, a man cave or something, or they're a serial killer. And no, they're not gonna just eat your cereal. They're gonna eat your butt.
Story idea has a basis in documented reality that makes it all the more disturbing. A case that resembles the urban legends occurred in 1986 in Pepperell, Massachusetts, where a man named Daniel LaPlante was discovered to have been secretly living within the walls of a family's home for an extended period.
Hell
LaPlante, a convicted criminal, had access.
Bro, you know how fast oh my gosh, yo. I couldn't even imagine that, bro. Now I'm looking at my walls different, man. If you're hiding in my walls or my balls, come out, please.
The house through a small crawl space and started living there for a while, emerging when the family was away to eat their food, move their belongings, and even watch them through holes he had drilled. Something similar happened in 2008 in Japan. A homeless woman was found living in a man's closet for over a year. She had snuck in through a tiny crack in the closet and remained hidden, only coming out when the homeowner was away. Loyon.
Yo, I mean, you gotta be mentally insane to even do shit like this, bro. Alright, niggas just want to live on the edge, bro. Like, what? You just sneaking in cracks in somebody's room? I mean, I guess he was homeless already, but like, I don't see anybody that has any type of home trying to do this shit, just living in people's walls, unless they're just that much of a fucking stalker, bro. Which is very, very possible. I mean, stalker tendencies can get real dangerous.
The urban legend of Loyon was extensively covered by Swiss media, particularly by Le Matin newspaper in 2013. Unlike many folklore figures, this mysterious person was photographed multiple times, with verifiable sightings by local residents spanning a decade in the Mals region of Switzerland. Loyon was first documented around 2003, when residents began reporting encounters with a tall figure in the woods. What distinguished these sightings from typical urban legends was their consistency. The person always wore the same outfit, a vintage military gas mask and a thick camouflage coat. A local photographer was able to get a photograph of Loyon, which marked a significant step forward.
So you guys think this guy was just cosplaying, trying his best to actually scare people, or what? Or is this another mentally insane person just going insane, literally?
Documenting his presence. This photograph, which appeared in Swiss publications, showed exactly what witnesses had described. A person dressed in military uniform traveling alone known through the forest paths.
Wow.
The photographs serve to prove that this wasn't just local talk, but a real person. The most concrete proof came in September 2013, when Loyon's entire costume was deliberately left in the woods. The note that was found, which was published in part by Swiss media, mentioned the recent increased attention they had received. Local police confirmed the discovery of the artifacts and note, making this one of the rare masked figure stories supported by physical evidence and official paperwork. Cropsey.
Bro, that's insane. But like, what was the point of that? That's what I'm trying to grasp is like, was he just trying to scare people, or was he just trying to be cool? That's something that was handed down to him by his, family or something? Because there could be a lot of, different layers to that story. I actually genuinely want to know what was up with that guy.
The Cropsey legend was about a deranged individual who would wander Staten Island's Willowbrook Mental Institution grounds after dark in the 1970s and 1980s. Cropsey was attributed to the disappearances of many children in the area. Many of the legends describe Cropsey as an escaped mental patient. He was most often described either wielding—
I mean, look at him, bro. Look at him. I think they put a picture at first, right? Did they? No.
An official note for Staten Island's Willow Cropsey.
Yeah, look at this nigga, bro. I mean, yeah, he just looked like he up to no good, man. I mean, this is where you got to judge the book by its cover, my nigga. It is. This book got an ugly ass cover, bro.
The Cropsey legend was about a deranged individual who would wander Staten Island's Willowbrook Mental Institution grounds after dark in the 19—
Yeah, if you're just wandering a fucking mental institution at night, there's something deeply wrong with you. Yeah, you need to be in that institution, not outside of it, man.
70s and 1980s. Cropsey was attributed to the disappearances of many children in the area. Many of the legends describe Cropsey as an escaped mental patient. He was most often described either wielding a bloody axe or with a hook for a hand. In reality,
yeah, that would make sense on why he's just roaming around the mental institution, because that probably is his home. Mentally that's his home, so he just wanders around there, knowing that he kind of escaped, but not really. He's like going back, probably wants food. He probably wants the normal life that they have inside the institution. So that's why he roams around, but he has this feeling of freedom as well. So
Cropsey was found to be Andre Rand, a former Willowbrook orderly who would become one of Staten Island's most notorious criminals. Rand worked at the institution during its most notorious period, a time when patients were subjected to extreme neglect and abuse. After the institution's closure, he continued to haunt the periphery of the community, becoming a real-life embodiment of the Cropsey legend.
Oh my gosh.
Rand was convicted of kidnapping multiple young girls, with suspicions of involvement in numerous disappearances. His actual crimes mirrored the urban legend almost precisely, targeting vulnerable young women operating around institutional grounds. The first confirmed kidnapping attributed to Rand was that of Jennifer Schweiger in 1987. She was a 12-year-old girl with Down syndrome, exactly the type of vulnerable victim the Cropsey legend had described.
Bro, you see, bro, that's why, oh my gosh, bro, people like this just need to go, bro. They need to go. They need to leave this earth. They don't even belong here. Because, like, bro, wow, a 12-year-old girl with Down syndrome already struggling, with things in life and stuff, and then gets kidnapped by a weird-ass motherfucker, bro. And it's always just like, yeah, I mean, yes, the guy's mentally insane. But at some point, you got to know. At some point, you got to know you're taking advantage of a little girl, bro. Or just children in general. Like, there's got to be something in their mind that enables them to know that they have the advantage, right? So that already on its own is sickening.
Rand had a total of 5 notable alleged victims, and in 1988, he was sentenced to 25 years in prison.
20, bro, can we times that by 25? That's what we need to do.
Toxic Lady. According to the Toxic Lady legend, a mysterious woman arrived at a California hospital in the 1990s, and when medical staff drew her blood, toxic fumes caused hospital workers to collapse. As the tale spread, it grew more dramatic. Some versions claimed her body melted through floors, and her presence caused equipment malfunctions.
What the fuck? Bro, if she had all that toxic shit on her, how the hell is she surviving? You know what I'm saying? What?
The legend describes hazmat teams quarantining hospital wings and staff falling ill from merely being near the woman. Stories tell of her skin's oily sheen, highly acidic blood, and strange odors that induced unconsciousness. The tale typically ends with her death and body being sealed in special containment. The truth behind this legend is the case of Gloria Ramirez in 1994. She arrived at Riverside General Hospital with advanced cervical cancer and heart problems. Medical staff noticed an oily sheen on her skin, and after drawing her blood, which had an ammonia-like smell, hospital workers began experiencing nausea.
Oh, wow. So this was already in her. Like, whatever she got was already there. I thought something like an accident happened where something spilled on her. I mean, that could have happened before this, but I'm thinking it's happening at the hospital. Like, they created the toxic lady while she was getting treatment or something. But no, this is something that she already had prior. What the fuck?
And muscle spasms. 23 people fell ill, 5 needing hospitalization, with 1 worker requiring intubation. The emergency room was evacuated and decontaminated by a hazmat team. Ramirez died from kidney failure shortly after arrival. Scientists believe this occurred because Ramirez used DMSO, dimethyl sulfoxide, for pain relief. Her organ failure may have converted it to DMSO2, then DMSO4, a toxic compound that caused the staff's symptoms. While lacking supernatural elements like melting floors, the real events were strange enough to inspire numerous urban legends. If you want to discuss this video or suggest an idea for the next one,
that one was just, I mean, you could attribute it to some type of supernatural thing, but you know, he explained it step by step with the whole compound, the elements and everything, which I have no fucking idea of. But yeah, you know, that makes sense that their body would convert it to something that ended up being super, super toxic, which then infected everybody that was pretty much around her and shit. So that's horrible. But yeah, chat, which one was like the most scariest urban legend to you, bro? If I had to choose one, Cropsey was the most like disgusting one. I mean, he's just insane. Loyon was just kind of random people in the walls. That could be really scary. The dead body under mattress is really scary, bro. Especially you just go to a hotel and see that. But I have to give it to the Funhouse corpse just because like nobody freaking knew, bro. Like just imagine thousands and thousands of people that just touched it or was like looking at it and was like, oh my god, this is so real. And then it ends up literally being a corpse of, you know, a prior criminal or whatever. But still, it's just so fucking weird. So yeah, chat, let me know what you guys think in the comments and I'll see you guys in the next one, man. Peace.